Welcome back, ladies. Tier 9 Operator TV. Hey, we're back for another episode. Today, we're going to do a quick review on the thermal red dot. So this one, it's cold. Softer toss next time, please. Thermal pistol sight. It's the Fast Mini FMP 13. So we're going to give you kind of some footage through it and go over some stuff. It is a 256 resolution thermal, 60 hertz refresh rate, which is pretty good. Again, this is a sub 800 beam thermal, so we're going to go over kind of expectation management if you do get one of these, and we're just going to do an overall review. We're going to do a torture test. We're going to get you some footage of some heat up steel targets through it, some shooting, and we're going to submerge it, see if the waterproof rating and joule rating is accurate. So let's get to it.
All right, shout out to my boy Mike there walking off with the torch. As you can see, we have 5 steel targets here. We're going to slowly swipe through the color palette so you can see each selection. So for this specific optic, it's up or down. We'll swipe through the different color palettes. What I like about that is if you liked one, you don't have to swipe back through the entire selection. You can swipe down right back to it. So if you swipe to the right, you see we're changing reticle color. And as we swipe to the left, you're getting your 6 MOA dot, 6 MOA dot with 65 MOA circle, and then all the way up to the 130 MOA circle. So super easy. Touchscreen makes it very easy to get through all those options to include the menu.
All right, so we're back. We've got the InfiTac Fast Mini here still, so it's powered on so you can see. So we've shot some 5.56 with it. It's got an RMR footprint, so we put it 12 o'clock on a Knights 14.5, and we shot through 2 staccatos. Very easy to zero. It's holding at 0. It's doing well. We have had some pixel issues. We'll show you here later in the video, kind of when we talk about a few things we didn't like. However, powering the unit down and powering it back up did auto correct any pixel issues we had. So it's, you can see it still works. So this is IP67 waterproof rated, according to InfiTac, which is submersible to 1 meter for 30 minutes. So we're going to do some water testing here. It's also got like a joules rating of like, I don't know, I'll put it in the video later, like 1200 or something. So now we'll just do a little fishing. There's some snapping turtles in here, but oh, we got some moss on there. Let's get that off. So so far so good. It's holding up. We're doing good. It's about 30 degrees out here right now, so we're just gonna do a little bit of further testing here. You know, when we're giving these reviews to you guys, obviously our channel's small, so no one's paying us, but we're not like some of those people get paid to tell you this is great just because we got a check. So we're actually gonna put it to the test here. So I mean, I don't think anybody's gonna be beating the thermal this hard, so we'll double check. get all through some of this. All right, we're obviously not gonna be out here for 30 minutes dipping it in the water, guys, but you know, again, we're out here trying to be honest about what we're reviewing, and yeah, so show you real quick. Still works. It's probably hard to tell. Obviously, also, guys, when we're doing this video and we're videoing the thermal screen, it does degrade the picture. So it's much more clear in person. Yeah, so hey, we're gonna do some, it's also drop, ready for some drop testing. So we'll give it a little toss. We're gonna do some, jewel rating on a Smith & Wesson 500. So drop 1, drop 2, drop 3. We'll go grab it, see if it works. We'll be right back. All right, first of all, getting too old for this. Second of all, we found it. Didn't think that through. Grass a little tall. Took a little bit, so just so you can see, we actually did throw it. Some mud all over it, dirt, obviously. Still good, no pixel issues, nothing. So, you know, we're throwing on Smith & Wesson 500. Shoot some wood. We got 300 grain ammo through it. See if the jewel rating is accurate, because so far everything else is accurate. So we'll see. All right, let's get to it. All right, so we got Smith & Wesson 500. We've got the thermal mounted here on the RMR footprint. Got some 325 grain. Again, yep. All right, Smith & Wesson 500 Magnum. We've got the InfiTac Fast Mini on it. RMR footprint mount. 325 grain rounds. We didn't zero this to this because, you know, expensive. We're not sponsored. We don't shill for a check from anybody. Unfortunately, we have like 134 subscribers, so we're not there yet, but it's coming. So we're just gonna shoot it at the steel. We're just really trying to see if this thing will hold up on it. So obviously it's a pretty hefty round with some serious recoil, so you know, we'll see. All right, so it's like seriously 30 degrees out here. I'm not trying to sound like this new generation of everybody being soft. My hands hurt, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously it's still working, still good. I mean, we didn't zero it. It's, you know, obviously we're, I don't know, what do you think? 15 yards, 20 yards? 15, 20 yards from a pretty large target. But so far, pretty impressed. It's taking a beating, and it's still running. So let's do some more stuff.
All right, ladies, overview time. We're gonna keep it quick, keep it simple. InfiTac thermal pistol dot, the FMP 13. You just saw us put some rounds on it, abused it a little bit, and it kept working. Worked great, actually. Super surprised by it. Sub 800. What could you ask for that price? All right, we're gonna go over some of the tech specs, a little bit of what it came with. Obviously, knockoff Pelican box here. Does the job, keeps it safe. You have the optic. Ours is dirty, obviously yours won't be. 2 CR2 batteries that are gonna come in it. Underneath the foam, you're gonna have the RMR footprint plate. All screws plus 2 extras. Type C cable. 2 InfiTac thermal targets for zeroing. You're also going to have the warranty card, user manual. All right, so as we discussed, tech specs. It's 256 resolution with Thermal World bottom of the barrel, but that with the 60 hertz refresh rate and the small 1.4 inch screen, I mean, impressed me like crazy. It looked better than a lot of rifle scopes I've seen in 640, 384.
you can go down the list. I generally wouldn't advise a 256 resolution thermal, but with it being a pistol dot and on that half power to 1 power, you're good. It looked very crisp. We could identify a human target out to 250 yards reasonably well. It took a beating and kept going. So we did test the IP67 waterproof rating on some level. That rating's 1 meter underwater for 30 minutes. That's the waterproof rating for IP67. We obviously didn't do that. We weren't going to hang out there for 30 minutes and just stare at the water while the thermal was in there. Instead, we beat on a little bit harder on other aspects. Some of the takeaways. One thing that we didn't like, the very first thing we did was we slapped on top of the knights here, the 14.5. We put it at the 12 o'clock mount on top of the calls, 1x8. We zeroed it, which was super easy. The touchscreen's awesome. Everything's real awesome about how you can go through the color palettes, but we zeroed it really quickly. We put about 500 rounds. That was the very first test we did. About the second mag, so between 31 and 60 rounds, we got a vertical dead pixel, which you saw in the video earlier. That powered it down, powered it back up. It resolved itself. So initially didn't like that it already had a pixel issue, but it did end up fixing itself. So we reached out to InfiTac. They were super supportive and said, hey, next time hop in the settings, there's a manual nuke, hit that, see if it fixes it, rather than powering down, and then powering it back up. We went on to put about 400 rounds of 9mm on it, and then 10 rounds with the Smith & Wesson Magnum 500, 325 grain. So if it's eating that recoil and still keeping it zero and moving on, really can't complain, especially against sub 800, that's phenomenal. Definitely a piece of tech that I would advise you to get if you're looking to get into the thermal market without being in it. I don't know, you start to get into even some of the lower level AGMs, you're talking about $1,200, $1,300 for a 384. That doesn't look as good as this 256. I don't see a scenario where it would be, for me personally, where it'd be on my pistol as a dot full time. Maybe TX22, goofing off, but not really. It'll live on this rifle at the 12 o'clock mount position. You could run yours offset. They have various mounts. It's obviously RMR footprint, but they have all kinds of accessories where you can change it to an Acro P2, anything like that. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you got the tech specs you were looking for, a little bit of that abuse to see what it could handle. And again, 2 thumbs up from us. We definitely enjoyed it.